What is going on, everybody? New York Sports Up here, back at it with another MLB video. I'm going to be making a video about the MLB draft, and the Yankees are mocked to take shortstop out of Baylor, Nick Loftin. And Nick Loftin, overall, looking at his stats right here, he looks like a pretty solid ball player. I'm kind of going to dive into his stats on how well he's played, and I'm going to tell you if I like this guy or not. And maybe if we should draft him, maybe if this is the right pick. I'm going to tell you if I think it's the right pick or not. So Nick Loftin, obviously, is 21 years old. He's 6'1", 180. He came out of Baylor University, and he looks like he's a contact hitter because this dude has a lot of hits. He looks like a guy who gets on base a lot, which the Yankees definitely need because the Yankees don't really have a lot of contact hitters. They have a lot of power hitters, guys like Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Giancarlo Stanton, who rely on launch angle a lot. Guys who, try to hit for power, try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Obviously, that's the new generation of baseball. A lot of guys like to hit home runs. Home runs are kind of the new part of baseball. It didn't really used to be that way. Back in the day, baseball was kind of about contact. Getting on base, getting hits, and now baseball is kind of all about home runs. Obviously, the baseball was juiced last year, but I think they're going back to normal baseballs this year. But yeah, baseballs were juiced last year, and the game has changed over time. There's a lot more power hitters in the game than there used to be. You got guys like Brett Gardner, who's not even a power hitter. He hit like 27 home runs last year, and who would have saw Brett Gardner, the 37-year-old, outfielder, hitting 27 home runs in a season? Nobody would have saw that coming. That's like D. Gordon, one of the least powerful players in the game, can even hit like 14 home runs. When does that happen? When does D. Gordon hit 14 home runs? The game has definitely changed. But overall, this kid definitely looks like a contact hitter. In his rookie year, he hit 302. He had 2 seasons with Baylor and Wisconsin, and in rookie year back in 2018, he hit 302 and 253 with a 437 and a 364 slugging percentage, and 803 and a 674 OPS. Kind of struggled when he was with Wisconsin, and played really well in his first year with Baylor when he was 19. Then in his second year with Baylor, he only had 6 home runs, so this guy definitely does not look like a power hitter. He only had 6 home runs that year, but he hit 323. This was definitely his best season. Had a 380 OBP, a 502 slugging percentage, and an 882 OPS. He had a really, really good season. His junior year, he played really, really well with Baylor. Then this year with Baylor, he's only played 14 games. But overall in his games, he's played pretty well so far with a 298 batting average, a 339 OBP, a 544 slugging percentage, and an 883 OPS. So Loftin's looked like he's played pretty well with Baylor. He's looked like he's a really good hitter, a contact hitter, a pesky hitter, because that's something the Yankees definitely need, some pesky hitters, because obviously they drafted shortstop Anthony Volpe last year. I'm pretty sure he's a New York or maybe a New Jersey native. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he's from the East Coast. He's a New York or New Jersey native. Might have grew up a Yankees fan, and he's a shortstop. They're probably thinking that Anthony Volpe can be the next Derek Jeter, which I definitely think he can. Watching Volpe's highlights, I think he can be a really solid player, and obviously we drafted that guy internationally. I don't remember what country he was from, but Yason Dominguez. Yason Dominguez looks like a really good player. That dude looks like a beast. If you watch his highlights, he looks like a beast. I'm really excited to see what Dominguez can do. He's the future of the Yankees. In the next 5 years, he will be the Yankees' best player. That dude looks like a beast. He can be maybe the next, Robinson Cano, the next Alfonso Soriano, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but, he can be a really good player. He looks like a beast. And Nick Loftin looks like a kind of an Anthony Volpe type player, a guy who gets on base a lot, and he steals a decent amount of bases. I'm not really sure the exact amount. He stole 13 bases in his second season. His first year, he stole 13. His second season, he stole 6. And he's yet to steal a base last year. He only stole 1 base with Hyannis. But he looks like he's got a decent amount of speed. Not too much RBIs because obviously he hasn't played the full seasons. 55 games and 49 in his rookie years. Maybe that's because of injuries. Maybe he struggled with injuries throughout his college career, which might not be good to bring over to the Yankees. The Yankees were struggling with injuries so bad last year. They had the most injuries I've ever seen a baseball team have. I've never seen a team get that much injuries, in that short amount of time. Like a whole season, the Yankees had 26 different injuries. It was crazy. And maybe it's just because the NCAA schedule, maybe they don't play their certain amount of players as much. Maybe they bench a decent amount of players because they want to give everybody a chance. That's probably why. But I'm not really sure how many games are in an NCAA season on college baseball. I don't know if it's 162 games in a full season. Put it down in the comments below how many games are in a full season in college baseball. But he's only played 55, 49, and 53 games his first 3 years, which is not a lot. But that's probably because of giving other players a chance on his team. So overall, I think Nick Loftin looks like a pretty good baseball player. Obviously, if he could stay on the field, or if he is injury prone or not, if he could stay on the field, that'd definitely be good. But I think Nick Loftin could be maybe a good future for this team if we do end up picking him. Obviously, this is just a mock draft. This is not the actual pick the Yankees will take, but probably the most reliable source for a mock draft that's probably right is on MLB.com. Obviously, that's the official baseball website. MLB.com had us mocking us. They had us getting Nick Loftin, and I think he fits pretty well with this team. So I can definitely see why they would mocking Loftin here. And I think this kid looks pretty good. So I'm excited to see what he can do if the Yankees do end up drafting him. He'll probably start off his year. He'll obviously start off his Yankee career in rookie ball. The Tarpons, I'm not really sure the name of the rookie team, but I think it's the Tarpons. I'm not 100% sure on that, but he'll probably spend his first year down there and then, move all the way up to single A, double A, triple A, and then eventually the major league team. So I'm excited to see what Loftin can do. Maybe this guy's a pretty good player. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, the MLB draft, it's not like the NFL draft where the player you draft is on your team next year. It's not like that. I mean, when you draft a kid in the MLB draft, he's not going to be on your team for another 3, 4, maybe 5 years. So, I mean, it's not like this guy's in the future as of now. He's still a 3, 4, 5, maybe even 5 years away, from an MLB career. But overall, I think Nick Loftin looks pretty good. So that's going to do it for this one. If you guys do have a mock draft for the MLB draft, personally, I don't. Put it down in the comments below who you have the Yankees taking in the MLB draft. Obviously, the MLB draft was 40 rounds. The usual MLB draft is 40 rounds. It's shortened to only 5 rounds this year due to the coronavirus. So we actually get some baseball to watch, but it's only 5 rounds this year, so that's the part that's not going to make it as exciting. It's kind of fun to watch the MLB draft, like knowing which kids go to each team, which is kind of exciting to watch. But it's something baseball. I'm not sure of the exact date of the draft. I haven't really been paying attention, but I think the draft is it might be June 10th. It might be in like a week or so. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching. So that's going to do for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.